Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming back if you are returning, and if this is your first time being here, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to continue to watch my progress. I'm assuming that because you clicked on this video, you're here because you want to know how can I lose 50 pounds in 3 months as well. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video today, is kind of my story on why I got started, what I did along the way, and hopefully I can help you guys understand how to do that better and not make the mistakes that I did along the way. I wanted to do a quick recap of my weight loss journey. Basically, this is the end of that 100-day OMAD challenge that I decided to do, taking on eating 1 meal a day. I've completed that and I have lost 50 pounds in 3 months. With that being said, I started off just over 300 pounds. I am now floating right around 250, give or take. I am going to be taking on another challenge this month in order to continue to drop the weight down to the goal weight that I have in mind, but more importantly, on my journey to that 15 to 20% body fat that I'd really like to achieve. Now, my first tip is exactly what happened to me. Is I'm sure that you found yourself overweight, a little bit fluffy, something along those lines, and you want to get fit or skinny or whatever word that you want to use again, or maybe even for the first time in your life. That being said, there was a couple reasons that kind of triggered me in order to get fit again, and one of them was because I am a strength coach. I'm an athletic trainer. I deal with sports medicine and around athletes all the time. And for the last 5-6 years, or maybe even more than that, I've basically been overweight, and it's made me really kind of uncomfortable giving some advice to really fit athletes. And I really wanted to be able to be the guy that walked the walk and not just talk the talk. The second thing, and probably the thing that tipped me over the edge, was I'd been building a strength foundation for a long time. I got really strong, but comparative to where my body weight was, it wasn't that great. I was deadlifting over 500 pounds. I squatted close to 500 pounds, benching in the low 300s, and overhead pressing for 225 pounds. Overall, like, those are great numbers, but where my body weight was, I just wasn't overall impressed with it. But the thing that really pushed me over was that I wanted to know how much body fat percentage I actually had, because I felt strong and I was able to do what I wanted to do, but I wanted to know where I was. And so I went and got this done right here. And I'm going to throw this up on the screen so that you can see it, but it's a DEXA scan, and overall that's basically tells you what your body fat percentage is. It's a machine that you lay down in, and it scans your bone density and gives you a body fat percentage. And I was almost 40% body fat, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought that I had more muscle mass than it says that I did. You can see here that with my bone and my lean muscle mass, I was about 180 pounds, which that's a lot at the time, but it just said that I had over 100 pounds, 115 pounds or something like that of body fat, and it really shocked me. And so when I was there, I bought kind of a 2-for-1, where I can come back within a year and take a look at that. And I hadn't really thought too seriously into it because we were doing a lot of other things in our life, and then finally everything just clicked into place for me, and I was able to really kick it into gear, especially with the OMAD diet that I started. And if you would like to see me go through that DEXA scan again here in a couple months, I'll be doing a video of that, and I'll be doing a comparison of my initial DEXA scan and where I will be at in about 2 months from now. So again, be sure to subscribe so that you can see the additional changes that I'm at, even past this 50 pounds. All of that to ramble and say that the first thing that you have to do is you have to decide to set a goal, to look into the future at some point and see a new you. You have to realize that the big you or the fat you or whatever you want to call it is not the person that you have to be forever, and that you can choose to basically do something very difficult and consistent in your life and make a change. When you set that goal, you need to decide that you're going to do it now, not next Monday, not tomorrow, not whatever you're eating right now, whatever you are not doing in your life. Decide that it changes right now, that you're going to put down the Oreo that's in your mouth or the bag of chips that you're eating while you're listening to me, and that you're actually going to set a goal for a month or 2 months, 3 months, a year, whatever it is, and pick something that you think is actually achievable. If you go back and watch my first video when I talked about actually starting this challenge, you'll hear that I gave the goal that I wanted to be between 245 and 250 at the end of the 3 months, that I thought it was probably obtainable, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm glad to say that I was able to hold strong to what I said I was going to do, but again, make the change now. When you make the change, it's going to be the most inconvenient thing that you could actually do. You probably have lots of food in your house that you haven't eaten that's unhealthy, that you want to finish off, not be wasteful. But to lose weight, you have to be mentally tough, you have to be consistent, and you have to want something in the future more than you want now. If you feel like you are not mentally tough enough to do this, then you need to start with some smaller changes and work your way up to a long-term goal. But again, choosing something now versus what you want later is not a good fix for what you truly want in your life. Now, this is a great bonus tip that works wonders for weight loss. The best thing that you can do is smash that like button. That's how you can definitely lose weight. Just kidding. It really would help me out a lot if you would smash that like button though. After you've decided, next thing that you got to do is pick a strategy. And I'm talking about a strategy for your diet. The strategy that I chose, like some of you have already seen, is the 1 meal a day. I don't care what it is that you decide to do with your diet, but it has to change. For me, eating 1 meal a day was the simplest thing that I could do. Again, I am not the most mentally strong person in a moment, and so for me, to just have a blanket statement of I can eat now and during my 1 meal and I can't eat at a different time was the easiest thing for me to say. 23 hours out of the day I was saying nope, I am not eating, I'm not eating, I'm not eating. And during that 1 hour, I said, yes, I can eat, and I can probably have this one thing that isn't actually that great for me, but because I'm not eating a lot of it, it wasn't that bad. I don't think that you have to go to the extreme that I did and do a 23-hour fast with a 1 hour eating window. You can do less. A popular option is an intermittent fasting where you have a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window, and a lot of people eat 2 or 3 smaller meals in between there. You can pick a paleo, a carnivore, a vegan diet, eat 3 meals, 6 meals a day. It doesn't matter, whatever works good for you, but you need to stick to that. And again, that goes back to mental toughness. If you choose to do something like the OMAD diet, you have to basically endure the pain of suffering of not eating. I remember the first 3 days were absolutely awful of this diet for me. For me, it was I was sick, I was tired, I was hungry, I craved everything, but you have to mentally avoid those things and actually physically avoid those things as well sometimes. If you are somebody like me that was able to go to work a good majority of the day, not bring a lunch with you, not be necessarily tempted by your coworkers and other people, that it might be a great option for you. If you stay at home and work from home, telling yourself that you're not going to eat for 23 hours of the day, even though you get to walk through your kitchen multiple times during the day, might not be a great option for you. Picking meal plans or smaller meals might be the better option for you. Again, there's plenty out there. I highly recommend the OMAD diet, but you can pick whatever you want to do. The next tip that I want to go over is that I think that making yourself be held accountable is one of the best things that you could do. For me, I chose to do this by making my journey public. I wanted to get on YouTube and share my experience and video, what I was going to be doing. You can document your own journey, post it on YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform that you want to use, and tell people, hey, I'm going to change, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get healthy, and I'm going to be posting something in a week or a month or whatever time frame it is, and people will be expecting you to, especially those that actually care about you. And that brings me to the other way that you can be held accountable. Find people in your life that want to support you, that's not going to make fun of the way that you're wanting to get better, and that if you can get those people in your corner, friends, family, coworkers, anybody that actually cares and wants you to do better, then they will help you keep yourself accountable. Tell them, hey, I'm going to weigh in, or I'm going to take my measurements again in a week. And if they have not changed, I want you to give me a hard time about that. I want you to call me every day and check in and see how my eating has been, or how I have been exercising, or any of those things. But you need somebody in your corner. You need somebody that can help coach you, and you need to be held accountable. Otherwise, it's just you. And if nobody else knows about it, how does anybody know that you've failed? Failure is a strong motivator for people to want to be better and do better. So get somebody in your corner, make it public, and start your weight loss journey there too. One of the last things that I'm going to say might be a little bit controversial according to some people, but I don't believe that you can lose weight by strict dieting. I know that it's been done before, that a lot of people have had success by basically saying, I'm eating better and I'm not exercising. There's videos out there of people say, I lost 50 pounds and I didn't exercise. To me, why would you want to do that? That is so much harder to be able to lose weight that way. If you can be more active, and that's my tip, is to simply be more active, whether that's exercise or house chores or whatever you decide to do, your weight loss journey is going to be faster, better, and you're going to be stronger and more capable too. For me, what I tried to do was, I really like to walk. I decided that I was walking to work. I've done that in the past as well. It's something that I enjoy and that I spend time with. It's a mile down and back from where I live to my work, and it's extra time out of my day, but it's also added time for exercise and being active. Other things that I did, I continued to lift weights. I wasn't as adamant about it as I have been in the past. I have lost some strength, but I'm going to be building that back up once I get down to a good goal weight again and a good body fat percentage. I've added cardio, started to run a little bit more often. So there might be some days where I walked my 2 miles to work and back, and then earlier or later during that day, I might have added another 1 to 3 miles with a jog or continuing walking on my treadmill and stuff. So again, being active can come in lots of different forms. If you guys watched my 2-month video, you can see that I did get hurt when I was lifting. I had to find other ways of being active for a while. I chose to put on a VR headset and play Beat Saber and just move my arms a lot. Again, if you are very out of shape, overweight, and doing some of those things are hard, just do something that is less intense but more active that you normally do. It can be moving your arms more, it can be yoga, swimming, getting in the pool, just simply walking, like I said. Lots of great things in order to help your body and your metabolism take advantage of a calorie deficit. What I'd like to end on here is my journey is not over. I'm hoping that some of yours are getting started. And there's a picture that I've really liked in the past, and I'll see if I can find it and post it up right here. But it's of an obese person carving themselves into a fit person in a sculpture. And that's kind of what I envisioned when I was out of shape, is that I knew that that was not the real me, that I'm sure like many of you are thinking right now as well, that this is not the real me, that I'm a healthy person, that my mind's healthy, that my mind should match my body. And that's what I can envision me reaching. And again, when you are thinking about doing something that might derail you from your long-term goal that you've set, look into the future. Think about the bigger picture. Think about the real you, and not the you that's in this moment that's messed up your past a little bit somehow, that's made a bunch of bad decisions that brought you to a place where you didn't realize you were. And if you can, take that vision and focus on that in the moment when you're being tempted to do the things that you've always done, that you can see where you need to go. And again, let me know in the comments how you guys think about weight loss, and let me know what you think about my journey and my tips. I'd love to hear some more that you guys have used to help you get through some tough times and trying to get to your goal weights and your body image that you really see. And again, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, it really helps me out a lot. And I want to continue to share my weight loss journey with everybody to get fit again, and that hopefully here in a couple months that I'm more fit than I was now, and that I have more tips that I can give you guys. And again, if you want to know anything specifically, let me know in those comments, and I will try to address those in a future video. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time.